So let's summarize dropshipping. Upfront capital, 2 to 5,000. Scalability is moderate. Fulfillment is moderate. Risk is high and difficulty is hard. So listen, despite popular belief and all the stuff that you've been sold, dropshipping takes a lot of effort and high risk tolerance to be successful. So let's talk about the first model that I used to make money online. Social media marketing agency. A social media marketing agency is a service-based business where you offer specific marketing services to businesses in exchange for a fee. Now, these services include services like paid traffic, SEO, web development, social media management, as well as lead generation. I have openly said many times that SMMA is one of the best business models for beginners, but let's see how it performs in the 5 categories. So let's talk about upfront capital because this is really where SMMA excels. SMMA is a sweat equity model. It doesn't require thousands of dollars in software or paid ads to keep upfront costs low. All you need to get started is a laptop, Wi-Fi, and some basic software. It's very cheap to start. Now, one thing that SMMAs aren't particularly good at is scalability. Agencies can be scaled, but it comes at a cost. Because it's a service-based business, every additional client adds more work and more complexity. And there becomes a point where agencies become so complex that simply the extra juice just isn't worth the squeeze. And that's why for so many years, I kept telling people, agency is a great business model to get to 10K a month. If you go look at my YouTube channel, I wasn't telling people you're gonna make 100K a month, any huge numbers. I just said, listen, if you want to have a great lifestyle business to make 5K, 10K, 15, even upwards of 20K a month, great business model. Scaling past there, becomes a little tricky. Now let's talk about fulfillment. You see, fulfilling the services you provide when running an agency can be pretty simple due to contractor arbitrage, but that is only one side of it. And by the way, contractor arbitrage just means you find someone to deliver the service in a country where the US dollar, the buying power is substantially better. You pay them $500 per month per client. You charge the client $1,500 or $2,000. And by the way, it's so funny in the past when people have argued with me about this, it's like pretty much the entire global economy works on an arbitrage model. That's why dropshipping, for example, is an arbitrage model. So this model is omnipresent. It's everywhere in the world. It's just with SMA, you apply it to services. Now, some downsides, you have to manage a full team and deal with clients on a daily basis, which doesn't align with our goal of finding the laziest business model. I would say agency is a great business model, but you learn so much as an actual business owner because you have to be truly a business owner. You have to be switched on, you have to be on the ball. Risk, once again, SMA is one of the lowest risk business models out there. It's amazing because it doesn't require huge capital injections to get started, and you have a lot of control over the fulfillment process. This is one of the main reasons why I have always said that SMMA is one of the most beginner-friendly business models out there. When it comes to difficulty, I give it a moderate. SMA has become a lot harder over time. There's no denying it. Obviously, as markets start to become more mature, a lot more people come into market, it does get trickier as time goes on. There's definitely more competition in the market than when I first started, and it is a business model that requires you to master various different skills such as prospecting, outreach, sales, and management. You actually have to be a real business owner and be skilled in multiple different domains. So to summarize, upfront capital, $50 to $200, scalability, low, fulfillment, moderate, risk, low, difficulty, moderate. So to summarize, SMA is a business model you can start with almost no risk, but a big drawback, especially when you're looking for a low effort business, is that scaling often leads to complexity and increased workload. So let's talk about a big one. You see, a lot of new business owners want to start by creating the next big app. So let's break that down. Software. You see, some of the most famous entrepreneurs have made millions, even billions of dollars in software. And this leads aspiring entrepreneurs to believe that software is the best business model to get rich. And listen, I can tell you from experience that software is one of the most difficult business models to succeed in. I've built my own software company, Flowzy, from scratch, and I've also invested in various others. Using my experience, let me use the 5 categories and show you why software is not for those who want to build a business with minimal effort. So let's talk about upfront capital. You can look at minimum $250,000 to build a solid software company. If you're trying to build a software company that will make you rich, you either need a lot of your own capital to invest, or you need hundreds of thousands, if not millions, in funding. By the way, even if you already know how to code, you're going to need a team, and software developers are not cheap. On top of this, you will need an extensive marketing budget to get the business off the ground. Now, I will say scalability is very high, and the reason that software has created so many billionaires is because it is highly scalable. Once you have your product, it is just about getting more and more users. That being said, there are complexities that arise as you scale. Your team is going to have to grow in departments such as developers, customer support, as well as client success. Fulfillment is very difficult. Building a software will take months, if not years, of hard work. And even after the product is built, software demands ongoing development of new features as well as ongoing bug fixes.